My name is Scott Davidson.
And I'm Andy Davidson.
And we would like to take a few minutes to tell you why we plan to bring our family of 10 out to Russia for the next 2 months.
Nearly 20 years ago, when Scott and I were just high school sweethearts, God put a burden on both of our hearts for overseas missions. And over the years, God has given us many opportunities to travel and have lots of conversations about effective biblical missions and how it relates to the church and to the family. While having 8 kids in the last 12 years definitely slowed us down, but the burden was still on our hearts, and we continued to talk about how God might have our family to be involved in discipling the nations. And now it seems like God is opening another door for our family.
About 2 years ago, we met a man named Blake Purcell who had lived and raised 6 of his children in the former Soviet Union. He was visiting in town and shared a little bit about what he had been doing out there in helping to plant and sustain churches across 9 time zones, from Latvia to the far east coast of Russia and Vladivostok. Well, he invited us to come check out what he was doing and see if we might be able to share some of our experiences. So, because my wife was pregnant with our 7th at the time, we decided that Tally, our oldest daughter, who was 12 at the time, would come on out with us to just me and her to go out to Russia for about 2 weeks. We actually spent a few days in Russia and the rest of the time in Kazakhstan and ministered on basic Christian principles in different churches here. So, while we were there, we realized that there was quite a bit of interest, more than we expected, in the area of Christian home education. So over this last year, since we've been back, we've been talking about, scheming about ways so we could get our entire family over to the country of Russia and the surrounding nations, if possible, in order to share on Christian home education. This is what I do for a living here, working for Christian Home Educators of Colorado. And so we thought we could probably do this. So we started laying out some goals in order to encourage these families in bringing their children home and teaching them from the Christian principles that were already in their hearts. So those goals that we came up with were these. Number 1, to provide vision, ideas, encouragement, and basic instruction on home education. Number 2, to teach fathers on biblical headship, particularly in relation to family worship and oversight of his children's Christian education. Number 3, to encourage mothers in their role of instructing the children and supporting their husbands. And number 4, to teach on and model the blessing of children. So that is what we hope to do. Our plan right now is to visit about 4 different churches, from Vyborg, which is only about an hour from St. Petersburg, all the way out to Vladivostok on the far east coast, and then finally to Tumian, which is right there in the middle in Siberia in the Ural Mountains. So we hope to speak in churches and sit around kitchen tables the same way we would here, and encourage them to disciple their children and raise them to be faithful from this generation to the next.
Well, our hope is to keep you all well informed through our website and through these video blog posts that we're going to do for the purpose of praying for our family. As you can imagine, it's no small thing to pack us all up and head on over to Russia. It's been a great faith builder for our family. But we also have a secondary motivation in keeping you informed, is that we hope to inspire in you a passion for discipling the nations. And we'd like you to ask the question, would God have your family be involved in something like this in the future? So please keep in touch with us, and thank you for watching our video. Bye-bye.